Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting beer review, and thanks for watching. This is another Vollbier from the Brauerei Grasser, located in Huppendorf, close to Königsfeld in Upper Franconia, Oberfranken, in north of Bavaria. And it has got to me quite interesting label of it, quite legendary almost. Looks like this. Huppendorfer beer is what it says, and they do have some other beers, of course. Zwickel, Hefeweizen, Pils, for example. Yeah, I'll give you the link to the brewer's website also in the description box below. Lately I've been reviewing some beers from Oberfranken, which is the region in Bavaria that is having the most breweries, comparing to inhabitants, or comparing to the geography space in the whole world. And they are all having kind of the same appearance, that it's quite small breweries, mainly sold in the local area. They're having this bottle type. They're brewing it the traditional way with good raw materials from the region. They're brewing the normal beer types, of course, according to the purity law. Helles, Hefeweizen, Zwickel, Pils, you know. And they have, as I said, this bottle type is often used. The thick bottle, not the tall one, which is maybe most popular outside of Oberfranken, but this thicker, wider bottle type. And of course then they have the crown cap, which must be used for this bottle type. And as often, no back label, and quite not so modern label, which is a good thing, because then it shows the tradition and that they care about the brewing instead of making a modern label. So it seems like a beer that could be found looking like this in the 80s, to me at least. I mean, look at this Vollbier, Huppendorfer beer, and you see the logo right there. So gives a real nice impression to me, this brewery. Also, it's a family-owned brewery, and I'll give you some interesting information and history about the brewery. The Brauerei Grasser is a brewery in Huppendorf near Königsfeld in the Upper Franconia. The family business was founded in 1750 by the innkeeper Pancras Grasser with the expansion of the inn. The annual output is around 12,000 hectoliters of beer and 2,000 hectoliters of soft drinks. The Grasser brewery was founded in 1750 by the Kotzendorfer Pancras Grasser, who married into the Dippold host family in Huppendorf in 1742. In 1899, Jacob Grasser had a fermentation cellar built, which, however, could not be used in winter because the temperature was too high in summer and there were no technical cooling options at the time. For the old wooden brewware that had become unusable, a new copper one was bought from a bankruptcy estate in Segendorf. The new brewing kettle had a capacity of approximately 4,000 liters and was actually much too large, since brewing was only done for the hotel's own restaurant. Jacob Grasser died in 1927, and his son Johann continued the business. When home brewing began in Huppendorf in 1929, the brewery experienced an economic boom. In the years that followed, a grist mill was built and pipes were laid from the well to the brewery, which increased the productivity of the company. During the Second World War, Johann was mayor of Huppendorf. When the Allies stormed the village in April 14, 1945, the residents were briefly driven out of the houses and then partially robbed. In the case of the Grasser family, the beer tax of the past month, the money that Johan kept as a mayor, and part of the family's personal wealth were stolen. After Michael Grasser took over the business, the first cooling system was installed in 1953. In the period up to 1968, parts of the brewery were rebuilt and renewed. Today, the brewery is one of the largest in the Bamberg district and supplies restaurants and beverage markets in the neighboring districts. The company's assortment includes the beers Vollbier, Pils, Hefeweizen, the Winterbockbier, Katrinbock, and the beer brand Josefbock, available from March 19th, which is Josefstag, as well as the Christmas beer and the Huppendorfer Zwickel. Various lemonades are also made. And some more information which I found on our website. Huppendorfer beer, our widely respected beer quality, is no accident, and our brewers can be proud of it. For us, there are many important factors that have to work together to be able to offer reliable top quality even at peak times. Barley. Our raw materials are largely bought directly from the farmer before stewing and malted by our local malting plants, Weiermann and the Seidler, for a malt wage. Hops. Direct contact with the hop growers is also important to us here. We use perennial plants without exception, including aroma hops from Hallertau and Spalter aromas for pale hoppy beers. Water. The breweries on the Jura benefit from the first-class water quality tanks of the Hollfelder Mulde. We especially get our water from the dry valley between Leibarös and Heroldsmühle storage capacity. Since the takeover of the brewery, we have continuously expanded our storage tank capacities so that we can treat our beers to a sufficiently long maturation even in midsummer. Gentle brewing process. For a quarterly shelf life of our beers, we do not have to do somersaults. We only achieve this through purity and through our modern brewing system. Our 4 year-round Vollbier, Pilsbeer, wheat and Zwickel are tapped on our Bräustübel, always with a respectable seasonal beer. We are continually adding to our range of seasonal products. In addition to the 2 bock beers and the Christmas beer, there are also Malzen, Pfingstschörla, Export Winter Wheat, and the first Huppendorfer Rauschbier, Grasheds, to match the season. That's also something I have to mention, that they do have a Bräustübel, which is also something that these small Upper Franconian breweries are having. A restaurant serving traditional Bavarian food and beer directly from the barrels, so real fresh, even better than tapped on a bottle. But I review the bottles, and it's also fun to have the bottles to look at and so on, like this one, Huppendorfer, and this is of course their Vollbier, their most popular one, their normal one, kind of a Hellas, I guess. And about this specific beer, it's possible to read the following on their website. The Vollbier of the Grasser Brauerei is rightly one of the classics in the Bamberg region. It embodies a perfect Franconian lager. Clearly filtered, it greets you in the glass with its rich corn yellow color. Above it is a firm, fine-poured, slightly beige foam. Fine pearls purposely find their way up to the soft foam bed. The grain is found in the nose. It smells of freshly harvested Franconian grain field. Aromas of toffee and sweet dough are hidden behind it. This potpourri arouses the desire for the first sip, which flatters the tongue with a full, soft and rounded taste. It is replaced by an impression of slice of whole grain bread with a thick layer of wildflower honey. In the end is a short, fine bitterness that awakens the anticipation of the next sip. Sounds really interesting, and of course real nice, so gonna be really interesting to try it. Huppendorfer. Zutaten: Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, nach einem überlieferten Familienrezept gebraut, streng nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot von 1516. Huppendorfer Bier seit 1750. Unverwechsliche umweltfreundliche Mehrwegflasche. Alcohol content 5.0. Brauerei Abfüllung. Huppendorfer Bier, Huppendorf, and telephone number. That's also something that you see on these bottles from Oberfranken. That there's no link to a brewer's website on the bottle. It's just a telephone number. So if you want to get in contact with the brewery, it's telephone, and that's also a good thing. Even though I don't use telephone when I'm gonna look up a brewery, I use the internet instead. But it shows that they care about doing it the old ways, not caring about making a modern website and so on. Alcohol content 5.0. Is it right there? Maybe. And one last look of the label before opening this one up. Huppendorfer Bier. Gonna be interesting to try it. Did I show the cap? It's right there. Huppendorfer Bier, Brauerei Grasso. So yeah, let's open this one up. Finally, the favorite part of the review for me, because I'm allowed to try these great beers. And now it's time for Huppendorfer. And let's pour it up. Quite much foam already. There we have it. Big foam head rises up above the edge. That was what I was looking for with this one, because I want to achieve that the foam head is rising up above the edge. Lately I haven't been succeeding every time with that. It has been too small foam head, but I want to have a big foam head. It's a quality sign with a big compact foam head, keeps the taste in the glass, as I'm always is mentioning. So big white foam head is important to maintain all the way through. And Bavarians, of course, are starting to drink when it's a really big foam head. It feels like they're doing it. Doesn't matter which beer style it is, but it's important. The foam is tasting really nice. Let's see if we can get the rest here. This is looking really nice, doesn't it? Color-wise, it's not as pale as I thought. You see all the small bubbles raised up, hopefully. And big foam head looks real nice. This is how a beer should look, isn't it? With a big foam head. That's important. This is what we everyone want, because the taste is appearing thanks to this pouring. There we have it, the Huppendorfer Vollbier, and yeah, it looks real nice. Kind of easy to see through, not that pale, but more of an amber color, which is looking real nice. This one, Huppendorfer Bier. Let's get the aroma of this one. Yeah, fresh. A little bit to the darker malt aroma. Still really nice. Gonna be interesting to try this Vollbier. Yeah, really interesting and nice. this one is gonna be really great to enjoy. So let's drink it, even there's still a big foamed, 2-finger white foamed Bavarian style. Prost! Really great. Really easy to drink, and real nice taste of it as well. A little bit like mild as a Helles, but still it tastes a little bit darker regarding the malt, but not as at all as much maltiness that you get from a Doppelbock or a Dunkel or something like that. Not as much darkness as in those beers, but still a little bit like different beer styles, I would say. So I had one Maltzen lately, the Maltzen Gold, I think it was from Huppendorf, which also was a little bit like this in color, if I remember correctly. And also it feels like, if I remember correctly, they had a little bit the same regarding the taste. And this one is a great beer in my opinion. Vollbier is the beer style according to the label, as you can see. And also it's the beer style regarding the according to their website, this one. They do have other beer styles also, as I mentioned, so this one is tasting really nice. Yeah, it's great. Huppendorfer beer. So recommendation. Also, it's gonna fit nice into my collection of Bavarian Upper Franconian beers. Really traditional regarding Upper Franconian beers. As I mentioned, it's the region in the world which is having most breweries. So many of the brewers are small, selling their beers locally, and yeah, it's having these thick bottles, old looking beer labels, no back label, everything like that. So this is really typical in every way for the for a brewer from the Oberfranken region, in my opinion. And I always enjoy beers from this region. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Hope you continue to follow my channel for more interesting beer reviews, that you like my channel. And continue to follow it, as I mentioned, because there's a lot of interesting ones that will be coming up in the future. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, feel free to suggest anything. And hope I see you again in the next German beer review.